Welcome. So, how are you right now? What's alive? Take a moment to check in with yourself. Perhaps take a breath. Check with your body parts how they are, how they're doing in this very moment, and see if there is anything that you can do to feel a little bit more comfortable. And then check again. What's alive right now? So, today I would like to start our next episode of the Free to Feel journey with me, Aga Rabuska-Paca, asking you a question around comfort and comfort zone. So you can pick either or both and just notice what is your resonance with these words. How does your body respond when you think about comfort, when you think about comfort zone? And then think about the associations that you have, thoughts, beliefs, around these two words. So when I have actually started to think about these, I realized that I have some quite negative associations related to comfort and comfort zone in particular. Like to stay in a comfort zone meant to stop growing. It meant to be lazy or to withdraw, not engage in new things, new activities. It was generally something not very welcome. And then I also remembered all these advertisements and other ways how our society is encouraging us and me to step out of the comfort zone. Yeah, so live to the full, live your full potential, get out of the comfort zone. And from some point in time in my life, I became more and more uneasy with this proposition, with this idea that I'm supposed, in order to feel alive, in order to feel and live my full potential, I'm supposed to get out of my comfort zone. And then, I love nature, as you can say, as you can tell, I always meet up with you in nature. And I started to look at the nature. I started to look at my cats. I have 2 cats, amazing teachers. Or look at horses, and I thought, how about their comfort zone? Like, what would my cat say if I told him, get out of your comfort zone? I think his response would be, get out of here. I'm just lying in the sun, enjoying my life. And then I started to look at what it means to feel comfortable. And I realized that actually, when I am in my comfort zone, when I'm feeling comfortable, this is when I have the fullest access to my resources. And I started to ask other people as well. So you can ask yourself as well, when are you most resourceful? When is it that you have access to all your knowledge, your creativity, your full potential, so to speak? Is it when you're out of your comfort zone, or is it when you're in your comfort zone? And then when I investigated this question of when is it that I have most access to my resources, I realized that I need to feel safe, I need to feel comfortable, and then I need to be curious or excited about something. This thrill or excitement, it really had to come from this inner movement to explore, and rather than the external stresses. So essentially I did need to feel comfortable and safe. So I looked at this classical model that you can find at different self-development workshops, where you have in the center you have the comfort zone, and then it is described as I'm learning nothing here, and then there is the discomfort zone, which is considered to be the zone when where we're learning, and then there is the panic zone, which is the zone where it's like too much and I'm not learning anymore. And I redefined it. And then in the center, there is the comfort zone. And in the center of the comfort zone, there is the resting state. While a little bit outside, it's a joyful exploration zone. This is the place where we are awake, alert, and curious. And we learn because we're human beings, and this is one of our primary needs: to grow, to learn, to explore, to create, right? And then beyond starts this zone where it becomes stressful, and then our capacity to be our full selves is decreasing to the point that it becomes overwhelming too much. It's the panic zone. So I was really excited about this way of putting things, and I started to share it. And then I actually came across this man called Stephen Porges. And see, I have just shared with you my personal inquiry, my personal discovery, which is actually one of my favorite ways of learning. And this is my invitation for you as well, with everything that I'm saying, that you really take it in and check it against your personal experience, whether it works or doesn't. But this guy, he's a scientist, and he came up with some really hard data related to how our nervous system functions. And he developed a theory called Polyvagal Theory. And one of his books, I love the title. So the title is The Transformative Power of Feeling Safe. And like, the theory is quite complex, but I'll share with you now the essence of it that I find most crucial for understanding how we can be with our emotions, and how the concept of safety comes into play. So he talks about essentially 3 states that we are in. And these states differ with the level of arousal of our nervous system. So the first state that Stephen Porges talks about is a social engagement state. So this is this state when we are comfortable, we're feeling safe, and we are in a connection mode, in a relationship mode. So our senses are relaxed, and we are generally in touch with the body. We're grounded. We feel ourselves, and we read the body signals, the nonverbal communication of other people quite accurately. This is the state when we can interact, we can play, and we can rest. And then there are situations when the level of arousal of our nervous system increases, and we go into so-called fight or flight mode. And there are many reasons for this. One being the amount of stimulus that our nervous system receives throughout the day. Another such circumstance is when we enter a new situation, a new group of people. We start new work, we start school, we enter a new environment. And then our senses are in alert mode. When we are in this mode, we tend to misinterpret the signals sent by other people, especially the nonverbal ones. So a face that is just calm and impassive could be interpreted as angry, And you may ask someone, why are you angry at me? Or just act on it and, move away because feeling scared because you think they're angry and they're not. And then the third state or third level of arousal is the freeze. So we freeze when stimulation is too much, when our system goes into overwhelm, or when our system believes that it's a potential deadly threat in front of us. So we're just freezing. Some people freeze when someone else is screaming at them. We go into freeze and we go into dissociation. The dissociation state is actually a very helpful survival mechanism because it helps us feel less, so if there is a potential pain, we're just not feeling this pain. And it's as if we are moving away from our body and we become a witness looking at ourselves moving or not moving. There may be different things that we are doing while dissociated. And actually, some people tend to live from this dissociated state and not feel much. So this happens without your will. However, you still have choice. And the choice starts, you remember? Your choice starts when you notice. And you have already a very powerful tool for noticing. How are you right now? What's happening? What's alive? Perhaps nothing is alive because you feel numb. That's already an information. If you're numb, it may be a signal, an indication that you are in a state of dissociation. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's always a way back. Sometimes it takes time. And I would like to share with you a tool that supports us into coming back into safety, coming back into the social engagement mode. So what you can do, and you can do it right now as well, in whichever state you are, you can just look around and notice and name 3 objects around you. And when you notice and name these objects, you can name not only the object what it is, but also its shape and its color. Yeah, so for instance, it can be a rectangular book that's green. And, well, I see a tree shape. It's like tree-shaped tree that's green as well. And I see a fly sitting on a blade of grass. The blade of grass is dry and it's kind of yellowish. So at least 3, there may be more. So try and do it for yourself right now. You can pause this recording and just notice and name and see what impact it has on you as you do so. And as you come back from this experience, I invite you also to think and investigate in which of these states do you spend most of your time, most of your day. The social engagement, the alert, where you are in a tense fight or flight mode, or in the freeze, dissociated, immobilized mode. And then, what supports you in feeling safe? And can you have more of it? Can you do more of it in your life? Enjoy your day.